All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Castlevania Season 1, Episode 3. Trevor is going underground.
To go and rescue
The Lost Speaker.
the lost speaker, indeed.
And maybe run into / be dubbed the Sleeping Soldier. If this drunk ends up being called the Sleeping Soldier of legend and prophecy and all of that, I will just about die of laughter.
That would be really fucking funny.
That would be wonderful.
Yes. But we've got ourselves a location, Gresit. We're going to slowly probably become more and more attached to it. There could be a pogrom of people coming to go and kill or drive off the other speakers. So we could end up in a human-on-human engagement.
Because those heads got on the spikes somehow, and it probably wasn't the demons.
Yeah, probably wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got ourselves a main character, kind of getting to know a little bit more of his personality and what drives him or doesn't get his blood to boil.
So far, beer and kicks to the nuts tend to do that.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Cool.
And we're in. Time to go deep underground. This is an Elden Ring secret catacomb.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Kind of set up here.
watch out for the little stone suckers that
Nice.
come out of the woodwork.
I can hear you. I'm armed, and a lot less happy than you are. So you want to stay well out of my way.
Oh shit!
no! Oh no!
Reflexes like a cat.
Oh no! Ow!
Nice.
Ow! Shit!
Oh, that's interesting.
Whoa!
And he would have never
Technology.
seen shit like this before.
Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck?
Cyclops.
Shit!
All right. We already have lasers. Oh, well. Hey, he was nice enough to let go.
Stop and notice you're dead.
Oh,
No
my
kicks.
cape.
Bastard.
Oh, it turned to stone too.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I need that back, since clearly you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Whoa!
Oh, all right.
Even better! What? What?
Okay. Oh no, catch them. Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's safer when we travel.
That makes sense.
What happened?
You walked into a Cyclops. Turns you to stone with his eyeball and feeds on your terror while you're trapped in your own body.
Did you climb on me?
A bit.
That was rude.
Excuse me?
Who are you anyway?
I met your grandfather. He wouldn't leave the city until he had your body. I came down to recover your remains so that the speakers would get to safety.
Really?
There is no sleeping warrior.
Not anymore, because he
Just
might
a
have just woken up.
Cyclops waiting for people stupid enough to go looking. It's a trap.
He thinks I'm dead?
Well,
He
yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
much wrong.
You would have
Killing a
been.
Cyclops is the only way to restore a victim. Didn't think I'd manage it.
Who are you?
Trevor Belmont.
But the Belmonts fight monsters.
I'm out of practice. Let's show you to your grandfather, and then you can come down here and get killed again. Deal?
Yeah, I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Yeah.
That could be a way, though, for a sleeping warrior to last
Wake
for
up.
after 100 years or
Yeah.
whatever.
True.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I failed to find the sleeper. I'm sorry.
Hush now, my angel. There's someone wriggling with pleasure in his coffin right now, thinking of people like your girl, walking into the Cyclops he left down there.
Or perhaps there is something down there, so important that it must be guarded by monsters.
You speakers carry information down through the generations. We Belmonts pass things down as well. Metal veins pumping hot liquid. Torches that light by themselves that exactly fit descriptions written by my great-grandfather.
All right.
Descriptions of the inside of Dracula's castle. I don't know what's down there, but it's not a messiah.
So maybe it is Dracula's son.
You're leaving tonight, remember?
Well, yes. Until then.
Right. I'll come back later. See if you can find some beer.
I could pee in a bucket and tell him it's beer.
Sypha, he saved your life.
He's rude.
Really?
Careful. My knife hand's not too steady. I could slip and take your eye out.
Missing a finger still?
Bishop of Gresit requests your kind attendance at the church.
I don't think I'm allowed into churches.
The bishop says he'll make an exception in your case. The bishop said to tell you that the terms of even major excommunication mean that you are obliged to appear when summoned by the church.
Well, shit.
Okay, well, we got a little troop here.
Yeah. Welcoming looking place.
Yeah, watch it be the same bishop.
Wouldn't His Holiness need security?
It is the same guy.
Yep. It's
Of course it is.
You're not from around here.
No. I'm originally from Targovishta. I was an aide to the Archbishop.
Well, you're not running away screaming like the rest of the locals, for one thing.
From you.
From the baby-eating freaks of nature who apparently raid Gresit every night.
I'm here to save Gresit.
Well, tough shit. How exactly do you intend to help these people? By killing speakers?
The speakers brought these troubles upon themselves.
by telling
One
what you
cannot
did.
live without God. Quite literally, in these days.
Hey.
I was sent away long before Dracula came to Targovishta.
Bullshit.
We
Bullshit.
disagreed on matters of clerical discipline.
But you were there for the burning of Dracula's wife. I heard all about that.
Oh, yes. I arranged it, in fact.
Oh, okay.
The woman was a witch, and there can be no doubt now that she consorted with the devil. I have a gift for you. Your life, Belmont.
In exchange.
Take it and go. Tonight, the speakers will be dealt with, and then Gresit will be secure.
My God. You really believe it, don't you?
Yeah, he's
You will
crazy.
leave Gresit by sundown, or you will not see the morning. Despite the crimes your family has committed against God, you will walk safely.
My family committed no crime. You people simply decided we were wrong to defend this land against the supernatural, and now...
You Belmonts have never understood the power of the word of God.
God!
By morning, no speaker will defile these streets, and you will either be gone or be dead.
But how will I come back here to discuss it with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Just the bishop. Excommunication came from a little higher up the ladder.
Ha! Bitch!
Yeah.
For
Really?
all intents and purposes, I will be the church.
Shit.
Well, all right.
The way he can't help but talk to himself about his own, like, desires and stuff.
By the way, you're all going to die.
What?
The current bishop of this place is, well, he's beyond insane. By his logic, you have to die before the night creatures conduct their next raid.
What happens if we stay and survive?
Well, then the night creatures will come anyway, and the church will blame you, and it'll start all over again. I don't care. You need to leave, and leave now.
I don't think we can leave these people. Not in their time of need.
These people believe you're causing their time of need.
So what are you running to?
Yeah.
Did you
Good
have
question.
a destination in
A
mind?
man without a mission, yeah.
Coward.
No. I am calling you defeated, Trevor Belmont. You fought your battle, and you decided you lost.
You
Yeah.
didn't have a choice.
Never been beaten by man or beast, but defeated
Yeah.
by yourself.
You're leaving. Right now.
And I'm not asking.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay, yeah.
You're not getting the speakers. You're getting no blood today, so shut up.
You will give us the speakers so that we can save this city.
This city's lost.
You're here to convince the people that nomad black magicians are good for Gresit, and it is the presence of men of God that brought the night hordes upon us?
You know,
Silence!
absolutely nothing.
So you're going to die for nothing? For people you don't know?
I don't know any of you. But that doesn't matter, does it? The family you demonized and excommunicated has fought and died through generations for this country. We do this thing for Wallachia and her people. We don't have to know you all. We do it anyway. I am Trevor Belmont, of the House of Belmont.
Damn.
And dying has never
He's a waylaid paladin.
Yeah.
He's been a... Oh,
Yeah.
shit. It's his duty. Yeah. Whoa!
And... Oh, shit.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
This is where he gets his Butcher of Blaviken title, potentially.
Maybe.
What? Oh, that's apropos. That's
All right,
apropos.
cool.
Wow. What? What?
Okay.
How much did he prep for this?
All right. Yeah, you had a pretty great opportunity when you were in the room alone with the bishop.
But once he draws his blade, he has to actually start killing.
I mean, he killed the people he left in the collapsed building.
No, he just blocked the entrance. Oh, no, that person's dead. Because he went after all their hands.
Ooh.
Oh!
Wait, is he doing this to save them from the demon invasion?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
Will.
The
night
bishop's
has
alive.
come. The bishop is alive. It was a granddaughter.
Yes.
We have now Trevor dealing with everybody by himself, and he's doing surprisingly well, given that he's, well, sober, but he is tired. So
and out of practice. You
and
know,
out of practice.
I like how they keep mentioning that. It's just like a, yes, don't worry, he'll level up back to snuff eventually. You know, but
this was the episode about, like, why are you here?
Right.
What is your duty? What is your responsibility? Who are you? Like, what purpose do you have? And Trevor, by the end of this, shed his cloak.
Yep.
He's going to accept and just keep living as a Belmont and not try and hide anymore.
Right, which awesome. Sounds good. That makes me excited for his arc moving forward. And it definitely is creating some conflict right now, so, you know, it'll be exciting to see him have to deal with that.
Yeah, the priests being a purely antagonistic force in this story thus far really simplifies them. But I'm curious about how the bishop will play into the conflict therein, because both times that we've seen him thus far, he has this walking contradiction about him.
Right, he doesn't really believe in heaven or things like that, but he is
very much an I will purify evil.
Right. And
wherever it is at any cost.
Yeah,
kind of guy.
and what it makes me wonder is, okay, him wanting to purify and all that stuff, I believe it. The motivations for why he wants to purify,
we don't know yet.
I don't necessarily buy being religious. It could be something where it's just
not.
I want to rule. I have the opportunity for that because since this demon incursion is happening, the Archbishop's dead, the other cities are going to get taken out, I can then rise to the top.
Greedy, ambitious, power-hungry kind of guy, yeah.
And then as he's power tripping, he's like, you know, I don't want these other people in here. And it's not even necessarily because he sees them as being impure, but it's because they are potential threats to his
power.
rule,
Yep.
which was even though he didn't actually say it, it was made pretty obvious as he continues to talk about the speakers to Trevor, and Trevor's like calling him out on it. And he feigns it as, I will be merciful and understanding, you know, and I'll send you on your way, you know. But it's also like, yeah, you can totally know that one of the reasons he's doing this is because you also know what's up. And
you apparently can handle two of maybe his strongest priests without
Right.
any issue whatsoever.
so I'll try and solve this diplomatically rather than militarily. Cool. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trevor set up the perfect trap here where he kind of scuffed his way through most of this, and it still worked out really well in that, okay, they all come and round themselves up,
Yep.
you know, we don't like what we don't, in fact,
Understand, in fact, it serves us, and this monster is mysterious at least. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And meanwhile, the demons are on their way. So I think that Trevor is trying to set this up where he'll get rid of all the priests, because so far he's doing a really good job of that.
Yes.
In fact, he is specifically targeting
Them
the
only.
priests.
He's
Yeah.
not actually killing the
civilians,
Right.
yeah.
And maybe because, like, we'll have to see how the demons function in this kind of situation, because the only example we've seen before is when Dracula summoned them and they just wrecked the whole city, right?
There was no resistance.
There was no resistance. Now, since they would have been spreading out and things like that, this won't necessarily be fought in the same way.
Right.
Given that this city still exists, that either communicates to me that the church did have some way of making the demons not want to kill them all, or the demons are in, like, not enough numbers to truly attack them en masse, and it's more like maybe picking off stragglers.
Right.
And
They're
then
just feeding like regular animals.
Yeah,
potentially.
regular animals.
And we
they
don't
can
know
fly
how
over the walls.
intelligent they are either, to where they're like, oh, we don't have to die here, so let's go and just kill a bunch of them because we love it and it's fun. But we also know that there's a theoretical chance that one of them with a sword or a bow and arrow could kill one of us.
Right. So
and
that,
we're intelligent enough to be like, okay, I'll back off. I only kill, you know, babies or something.
Yeah,
like that,
understanding general pack movements, and
Sure.
it's like, oh, there's a big mob of them with fiery things and you know, and sharp looking things. Okay, maybe we stay away from that group.
Right.
You know, and so by, like, Trevor is kind of protecting some of the townspeople by doing this.
Sure,
but at the same
possibly.
time, I could also see Trevor not having that much of a plan. Like
Yeah.
because the stuff that we've seen from him is this balance of, like, oh, the hyper competent badass and the sort of bumbling drunk.
Yeah.
So, like, you know,
blasé fool.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I never know when he's going to, you know, get kicked in the nuts and stumble around versus throw a spear from super far away that then causes the archer to shoot his other friend, you know, and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll have to see as the show continues where he kind of ends up falling more often than not.
Because a lot of his stuff so far is that blend of being hyper competent and exceptionally lucky.
Right.
And yet there are also times where he seems to have basically Batmaned this and put in prep time to specifically set up a situation where he could lure a bunch of the elite priests into the house, which he then collapsed the entrance of. And they're stuck in there, like as far as we can see, like
potentially dead, depending on how it felt.
We'll see.
How the cave-in went. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he is essentially kiting a mob that is unruly and looking for blood because they're scared. They have no idea what's going on.
Yep.
They really, really are probably also under a bit of societal and cultural brainwashing from their proximity to this religious zealotry of sorts, that, oh, if the church says, well, we're going to do this, well, Jimmy and Barry said they were going to do it, so I don't want to be the odd one out. I'll do it too, because...
And people that go against the church, oh, the heretics that are defiling and rejecting God, well, you know, we know what happens to them.
We know what happens to them.
So, okay. I like the idea that the speakers were put in the catacombs in the one area where
Very good utilization of prior story stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the conflict of, hey, just leave the city practically makes a lot of sense. Theoretically, there could be some issues with keeping them safe from the demons at nighttime, but
and travel too. It might not be safe for the speakers to leave a walled city where the next village is 40 miles away, you know?
Right, like that could theoretically be really problematic. But how do you stay in the actual dislocation? And given that we've spent a decent amount of time as far as episodes and especially looking at the first season as a whole, right? I don't necessarily want to leave this town when like we've spent a lot of time getting to know how it functions and everything.
For sure,
you know?
yeah.
I want to see this bishop get ousted and, you know, flung from the highest steeple or whatever, right? So, you know, we got to see that. But now the demons are here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we get a great battle next episode.
Yep.
Where shit's gonna go down. I would like to see the speakers come into play a little bit. I think that them being in the catacombs is a good setup for them to potentially then go and have a Sypha go and investigate deeper.
Yep. Maybe find the sleeping
and
soldier.
find the sleeping soldier or warrior, and potentially, you know, discover whether or not this legend does have any weight to it.
Right.
But given that we had the reveal, basically, of all the technology that was in the catacombs, meaning that it has the same kind of inner trappings of Dracula's castle, means there is a possibility that this is also the place where the mysterious, totally not Dracula's son has been all this time.
Sure. Well, and theoretically, they could also get into some of the world-building implications of Dracula having all that kind of technology.
Sure.
Because it could just be that Dracula is really old, you know, and if he ever had any other vampires that were with him that were also very old or something like that, then yeah, they're able to make lots of crazy advances, because if you get one scientist maybe that is really good at doing stuff, then he could live for a long time and do all kinds of craziness. But what if it's actually something where Dracula is old enough to have come from a time when that kind of stuff was, like, more common, right? Like, is there a possibility that it's actually just this whole thing has been some huge regression, you know, and that maybe, you know.
That's one of the things that we can't assume here, is that just because they have the time period be in the late 15th century and the technology and stuff of the time and the fact that it's a Christian church or what have you, doesn't mean that we are in the exact Earth that we are in right now. It could be a parallel Earth where things have been very different. There's a lot of things about this fantastical, you know, version of Earth that could, you know, have a lot of things different about it, and thus you don't have to have electricity invented by Thomas Edison. You know, or sorry, not electricity, but the light bulb specifically.
No.
Thank you.
Edison made
American here every once in a while, you know, revealing myself.
And I love it because you're the history buff. You're the one who would most know. You can't say it like that. That's not what happened. Yeah.
But we also have world building in here of potential words and stories that came from the future. So there's also that to consider whenever there's technology that's, you know, 300 or 400 years ahead of its time.
If stories can come from the future, why can't inventions, like, you know, and knowledge of technology and stuff be passed down too? But okay, we do have our first party member.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be a party member.
Absolutely.
She has the back talk, so she fulfills the sass requirement that we were wanting. She's probably going to be a caster of some kind. She doesn't have any weapons unless she's like actually like hidden blade style, like that one priest who like pulled out the knife. He's like, oh, that's a thieves blade, you know.
No, see, she's just gonna at one point be like, you know what I like better than swords and knives? Knowledge.
Hey, you know what? Speaker really seems like a good, you know, opportunity to have basically just a party face.
Right.
All they are is basically just they set up a really good deal and things like that. But I think in this dark fantasy, we're going to need Speaker to also be one that says the special words.
That speedwagons, the things, and, you know, all that. Yeah.
Oh, right. But I mean, like, actually incantations of sorts. Like, I speak magic words and things happen, you know?
And here I was imagining it would be like some Dr. Stone shit of just like, no. I use the magic devices of the light bulbs, you know, and something
that's
happens,
some Dracula shit. That's Dracula shit. So yeah, next episode it's gonna be a big showdown in Gresit. So Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if anything that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.